Good morning, guys. How are we? Welcome back to another vlog. It is weigh-in time. It is now 5 to 5 in the morning, so a little bit of an early one this morning. But I'm hoping to be back down in the 98s today, so we'll see. Boom. Just about 98.95. So guys, as you know, I was in the hospital recently. And once I got back from the hospital and back from my layoff from the gym, first session that I trained was legs, okay? And that was legs rotation 1, which I actually had yesterday. So during that session, first session back, I reduced the loading by 20% and I did a devolume session. So Kuba didn't want me to do my dumbbell RDLs basically. Now yesterday, I was back in for that session again. I kind of brought the volume and the intensity back up, but I also brought the dumbbell RDLs back in. And I hadn't done them in quite some time. And instead of doing the smart thing and actually taking a load reduction on those, I went in with the exact same weight that I'd done about 2.5 weeks previously, which was 66 kilos. Now, I did actually match reps, visual flow, but the only issue is I tweaked my back. So during the set, didn't feel a thing. During the set, it felt absolutely fine. It was moving well, actually surprisingly well, considering where my body weight is at now at the moment. And then I finished, I was able to pick the heavy dumbbells up, bend over, put them on the rack, and I didn't really have any pain in my lower back. And then all of a sudden, I kind of moved on to calf raises afterwards, and I was kind of like, oh, geez, my back's a bit sore. Kind of, tweaked my back there a little bit. Maybe I went a little bit too deep, or maybe I went a little bit too quickly on one of the reps, or whatever. And then I went in after my session, did a sunbed, and I was like, oh, my back is fucking killing me. And it just kind of got sore and sore as the day went on. So once I got home, I actually ate my post-workout meal. I sat down on the couch and watched telly for a while. As time was going on and I was sitting still, my back just started to fucking completely seize up. So last night before I went to go to bed, I was really like, oh my God, this is not good. What am I have to do to my back? And now this morning, it's still the exact same, right? I actually had to get Chloe to put my socks on for me upstairs because I can't even bend over to actually put my socks on. It's that bad. So yeah, I hope that doesn't sound too dramatic, but not ideal. And we've got to go outside in like an hour and take checking photos. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to hit those shots. I probably will, but I'll just be in pain whilst I'm doing it. So I'm not going to get that on camera. But yeah, not ideal. So hopefully my back feels okay again in another like 4 days time when I have to train legs again. I don't think it probably will, but at least this happened at just over 2 weeks out, because I definitely will not be doing anything that's going to put my back at risk from now up until the time I'm on stage. But yeah, hopefully it's not and serious. I don't think I've like slipped a disc or anything like that, even though it does feel a little bit painful, but it's just like a bad lower back tweak. Listen guys, when you're absolutely peeled and you are close to a competition prep, don't take any risks with the loading. I should have fucking scaled back, but I didn't, and here we are. So look, it is what it is. Anyway guys, today we'll be taking you through a rest day, full day of eating. Food is lower now on a rest day. It's like 2,700 calories-ish, which for me is pretty fucking low, I'm not gonna lie. I have had a couple of people message me being like, how are you so peeled and you're still eating that much food? It's all relative guys, okay? 2,700 calories might be your bulking calories if you're watching this video. But for me, I'm hungry on 2,700 calories. I'm dropping body fat on 2,700 calories. So, it all just depends what your metabolism is like. More importantly, how much muscle mass you actually have. 2,700 calories used to actually be like my maintenance when I was like, 80 kilos, and then in my second year of college when I was like 19. But now it's not. Well, my maintenance probably would have been about 3,000 calories, and 2,700 calories used to be where I started dieting back in the day, and then I'd pull down to maybe like 2,300. But now I'm a big strong boy, so I get to get absolutely peeled out of my mind on 2,700 calories. So I get ourselves hydrated guys, then I'm going to grab a coffee, then I'm going to go upstairs, do a power hour for a couple of client check-ins, and then be back down for the check-in photos, and then touch base with you then for meal number 1. All right guys, meal number 1 on a rest day. We have got 50 grams of oats with 150 grams of berries, and we've got 5 grams of dark chocolate flakes in there, 100%. and we got 12 grams of almond butter alongside a Ninja Creamy. So this is 50 grams of whey and water, okay? That is how I make my creamies. Whey, water, that is it. That's the creamy recipe. So please, no creamy recipe comments down below. Normally when I do a full day of eating and I say, this is X, Y, and Z, as in this is 50 grams of whey in a creamy, it means it's 50 grams of whey in a creamy, okay? That's the recipe, all right? Just wanted to clear that up. Now, on a rest day, obviously, I've got a little bit more time to kind of get through my work, get through my check-ins. So the last 2 rest days, actually, this is only the second rest day, I've had the creamy for my breakfast, okay? So food is obviously a little bit lower now. So just having a creamy in the morning time for satiety, because my next 2 meals are 0 carb meals. So if I have this now, which is at 7:20, I'm able to kind of push that second meal out until like 10, maybe a little bit after that, and then second meal at like 12:30ish, and then the remainder of my meals for the day have carbs in them. So it just makes the day a little bit easier, even though to be honest, it's actually still pretty manageable. I'm not going to lie, it's not the worst. I haven't really experienced that bad hunger at all this prep. And my food focus is actually like incredibly low, like lowest it's ever been. Like normally at this stage in prep and previous preps, I'd be like trying my hardest not to watch like food videos on YouTube, but I would be watching food videos on YouTube and like all this other sort of stuff. And like, yeah, I probably watched the odd video here or there, but like nothing to the extremes of like previous competition preps. Haven't been thinking about food at all, really. Like, sometimes when you're on prep, you're going to bed at night and you're almost like thinking about food, right? Especially during my first prep, I was like that. But this time around, nah. And I feel like that just comes with time and experience bodybuilding. The longer you're doing this and the more adherent you can be over longer periods of time with your plan, then the less food focus you're going to have. Like even in like the last year, probably had like 10 meals off my plan. And by meals off my plan, I mean like everything off my plan. Like not even like a square of chocolate that isn't on my plan. You get what I'm trying to say? Like all of those off-plan meals as well were for like occasions. So like my birthday, Chloe's birthday, my cousin's wedding, going for a meal before I started prep, things of that nature. I don't think in the last year I've had any off-plan meal where I've just been like, oh, you know what, I fancy this, and then I go and get it. I don't actually think I've done that in this past year. So yeah, it's been pretty fucking locked in, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize that and don't see that. People DM me on Instagram, oh my god, how are you able to get so peeled and still eat that amount of food? That's crazy, blah 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 blah. Well, I adhered like I'm on prep in my off season for months and months and months on end. And when you are that consistent with all of your variables, then any changes and tweaks that you do make, you're going to see a big change from those small changes, because everything has been so consistent and all other variables have remained constant for a long period of time. So we're going to tuck into this, guys, and we will catch up with you for the next meal. Yes, guys, we are back in the kitchen for meal number 2, and this is actually one of my favorite meals, I'm not going to lie. So here we've got 225 grams of chicken, we've got 75 grams of lettuce, and we've got 50 grams of avocado. There is actually avocado in there somewhere. So this meal goes down an absolute treat, I must say. When you are hungry, guys, there is something about lettuce that is just absolutely tremendous. I don't know what it is, but I do really enjoy it. We're also, of course, going to have 30 grams of our 0 sugar ketchup on top of this. So I'm going to weigh this out, guys. Again, I don't track my sauces and I do not track my seasonings, even though I'm not using any seasonings at the moment. I am just using salt and pepper, as I tend to do towards the latter end of prep, but I keep everything consistent, okay? So anytime I use sauce, I weigh it. And as I mentioned in a previous video, as prep goes on and meal sizes get a little bit smaller, you do not need as much sauce as you need in the off season, right? If I was post-workout and I was eating 150 grams of rice in my off season, I'm probably going to want like 50 grams of ketchup, maybe 60 grams of ketchup with that. But when I'm eating chicken and lettuce, okay, I do not need that much ketchup. And in actual fact, I could probably have less than 30 grams of ketchup here. So as prep goes on, I tend to kind of dial back all those small kind of things. But this meal is absolutely chef's kiss. I'm actually not too hungry so far today. And to be honest, I've been managing the kind of no carb, I don't want to say no carb days, but the no carb meals pretty well so far. I haven't actually found that hunger has been crazy on the rest days, and I actually quite like it from a productivity perspective and how it makes me feel. Not having carbs for the earlier portion of the day, I do find them a little bit more productive, because obviously on my training days, first 3 meals are quite carb heavy, and that's literally putting me to sleep before I go to the gym and train, whereas on my rest days, I kind of find like I'm buzzing around the place a little bit. But we'll sit down now, watch a little bit of YouTube, guys, eat this, then I'm going to go out and box out another good portion of my steps. I'm trying to get all my steps done super early lately. It's all right, Chloe. You can come to the vlog. It's all right. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Chloe's hiding out of the frame here.
I need to make a meal.
She needs to make a meal as well. What are you having, babe?
Oh, that mic's very close to me.
Yeah, what are you having?
Some yogurt and some fruit.
Chloe's having some yogurt and fruit. Chloe's on the real no-carb diet at the moment. So she's got trace carbs from yogurt and fruit.
No, I had a bowl of oats today.
Oh yeah, today's a training day, so she had a bowl of oats. But on her other days, it's pretty Let's see the shreds. Come on, hit him.
You probably can't even see because I'm fucking flat as fuck.
Wow. Telling you one thing, lads. Our kids better be absolute fucking units.
But I have really good obliques and he doesn't, so they better get.
I've got shit obliques, but I've got better block your abs than Chloe. So I'm hoping if we have. Yeah, well, I'm hoping if we have a little sprog, he's going to get my midsection and Chloe's obliques, and he's just going to be an absolute sicko. So yeah, I can't remember what I was saying there now. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get my steps done like super early because my energy obviously flags as the day goes on. So I'm doing slightly longer walks than I would have before. Instead of doing my small little loop, I'm doing that loop plus another half a loop. So I'll do like 2 of those walks nice and early, and then 1 more in the afternoon. And then I should only have a very short walk to do in the evening time after meal 5. And I do like to go for a walk after meal 5 in the evening time, just so the food isn't like sitting in my stomach too much. So yeah.
We need to go to the shop today.
We need to go to the shop today as well. So enough rambling, guys. I'll eat this. I will probably catch up with you for the next meal, and then we'll probably go to the shop then on your lunch, Chloe, will we?
Are you not training?
No, rest day for Dara today. Yup. Yes, guys, we're back in action, and I am just pulling together meal number 3, and perfect timing. Look what's just arrived in the post. So I've got a new pair of posing trunks. I've got the Richardson trunks, shout out Joe Richardson, from Black Ice Alpha. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how these fit. I had to give them my custom measurements, so hopefully they turn out all right and they're not too skimpy. But we've got a Scrunch Bum Pro Flex cut on these bad boys. So whilst my cod is in the air fryer, I'm going to try these on for you all and we'll see what they look like. So I got the Matrix sequence in them. So if you actually look at these, right, closely, you can see that they've got like all the little lines coming down them, kind of like, you know, the Matrix, the green Matrix writing. So yeah, these look sick. Oh, they feel absolutely incredible as well. So I'm really, really looking forward to putting these on and seeing what they fit like. So classic trunks for this year are in, guys. Let's get it. Okay, guys, we've got the trunks on, and I must say I am very, very impressed with these. These are absolutely lethal. So, as we can see here, nice V shape. And at the back, we got this scrunch bum. So, very, very nice, I must say. Boom. What do you reckon, Chloe? I'll give you this so you can give them a proper look. So we can see them properly here. Legs, Matrix sequence, scrunch bum from the back. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Very, very impressed with these. Nice one. Alright, gang, we are clothed again and we are back for meal number 3. So here we've got 75 grams of lettuce. We've got 290 grams of cod. And we've also got a mixture of 100 grams of pineapple and 100 grams of raspberries. So I have pineapple with one meal, raspberries with another, but what I do is I just mix them and I just have half with this meal and then I'm going to have half with a meal later on. So raspberry and pineapple mixture is absolutely undefeated, I must say. Very, very good. So I take out the raspberries from the night before, they're frozen, and I leave them in the bowl to kind of like defrost. And honestly, it's like eating jam. They're pretty lethal. So I'll slap a little bit of ketchup on that, eat that meal, and then we'll head to the shop to do a little bit of a food haul. Boxing off the last couple of steps here. Well, I've got like 3,000 steps left, but I should get the majority of them done now. And then we just have to walk around a little. And then I should be more or less done from the evening. And it's only like midday, which is ideal. So it is a tremendous day in Rotterdam today, which is definitely helping with the old mood and the old energy levels. So it's beautiful to prep through the winter and then know you're finishing prep just as the summer is kicking off. So I only spoke about this on Instagram recently. I way prefer doing a winter prep. I can't wait to actually just be in shape all summer, nailing my reverse, be actually able to go out for a couple of off-plan meals. It's going to be unreal. So yeah, winter preps, thumbs up from me. All right, guys, shopping is done and we are back in the kitchen for meal number 4. Finally, we get to eat some carbs. So here we've got Five Guys on prep. So let me run through this for you. We've got 225 grams of mince. We've got 250 grams of white potatoes. And we've got my new secret weapon, which is pickled onions. So I'm telling you guys, 25 grams of these is 13 calories. And these absolutely slap hard. I don't know where these have been all my life, but I heard the doctor bang on about these on the Big Dog Cast. If any of you haven't watched the Big Dog Cast, very good bodybuilding podcast, I'd highly recommend. And they're always slagging the doctor about how much he likes pickled onions. And I was like, pickled onions. And when I think pickled onions, I always think meanies. Are they meanies? You know those crisps that you used to have like when you were younger in primary school? And I'm like, oh, I love meanies, and they're pickled onion flavour. So I picked up those pickled onions in Lidl the other day and I started having a little bit of it in my meals. Oh, game changer. Doesn't upset my digestion either. Sometimes normal onions will, but small little dose of this has been absolutely fine. So that has been hitting different. And where the Five Guys comes into it is French's American mustard and of course, 0 sugar ketchup. So we have 10 grams of mustard, which is all you need, and then 25 grams of the ketchup on top. And we mix that all about. And we get Five Guys, but this time with onions. So tremendous stuff, guys. We'll mix all that up and we will chow down. Delicious. Don't say it, 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 don't say it. All right, guys, we're back in the kitchen for meal number 5. It's only when I watch back my own videos as I'm editing it that I realize I start every single clip by saying, all right, guys, okay, guys, here we go, guys. So, guys, here we are back in the kitchen for meal number 5. We have got 225 grams of chicken, 250 grams of tatties, 25 grams of pickled onions, and then we also have, left over from earlier, our berries and our pineapple mixture. So I'm going to eat that first for digestive purposes, and then, before I forget, I'm going to refill this bowl with 300 pineapple for training day tomorrow to leave it sitting in the fridge to defrost overnight. So all the work has been done, guys. After I eat this meal, I'll box off any remaining steps that I have left to do, which I don't think is too many. Leave me just double check that now. Chloe is inside on our little walking pad currently at the moment, so I may just hop on that when she's off and just box off whatever couple of steps that I have left to do. I've got 900 steps left to do, so not too many. I might just go outside. To be honest, I'll have to wait and see. But Chloe is stepping away inside here. How many steps you got left, Chloe?
2,000.
She's got 2,000 steps left, which is quite a lot. Do you want to just do 1,000 steps with me outside after this meal? Yeah, she does. She does. I always drag her everywhere with me, guys. I literally cannot do anything on my own. She always has to be with me. But I'll put you back up in the fridge there now, just so that you're in position for when I catch back up with you for the final meal of the day, which is always the best meal. Yes, guys, we are back for meal number 6, which I have just prepared off camera so I can show you right now, as the creamy is fresh out of the oven here. So I'm going to throw this together now and I'll show you exactly what we've got going on over here. So final meal of the day on a rest day, we have got 70 grams of oats with, I think I put like 6 grams of the chocolate flakes in this and then 14 in the creamy. So we've got 6 grams of these Hotel Chocolat 100% dark drinking chocolate. So this is basically just flaked up. It's meant to be for making hot chocolate, but honestly, it's so handy for actually putting in. I don't know if you can see that there. But yeah, it's really handy for just putting in oats because it melts quite nicely, and putting in the creamy as well to give it almost like a little bit of a stracciatella stracciatella vibe there, right, with all the little chunks in it. So we got the 70 oats, the dark chocolate flakes, 150 grams of berries, then we just got 50 grams of whey in there, Conte's vanilla, with the flakes in the mix. So we got 20 grams of flakes in total, and that is beautiful. I'll show you one thing that I've really been enjoying doing with this final meal as well, that I've only just recently discovered, and I wish I discovered a long time ago. So I'm going to bring this into the sitting room now, and then I'm going to get on it showing you. So basically, guys, what I would ordinarily do is I would eat my oats here, and then afterwards I'd have my creamy for dessert. But lately, what I've actually been doing is I've been grabbing little bits from the creamy here, and I've just been scooping it, right, into my oats like this, okay? And I've just been mixing it around just a little bit to mix the ice cream in with the oats. And honestly, it is legit like having some sort of a dessert. It is absolutely beautiful. So it's like, you know, if you ever get like, I don't know, I'm not a massive dessert person. So, you know, if you got like a brownie, or you got like apple crumble would be a good example because it's kind of like oats if you're a bodybuilder. And like you mix the ice cream with like the warm apple pie and like the chocolate, and it like melts and it's like in your mouth. You know, it's like you have custard and ice cream, right? You have ice cream and like rhubarb crumble or whatever, and you have that kind of mixture. It's literally what it's like, but if you're a bodybuilder. So I've been sitting here with the creamy and the oats, and I just scoop a little bit of the creamy in, mix it around with the oats, get a little bit of fruit in there, take a spoonful, and it just cools down the oats a little bit, and you've got like the cool and the warm sensation, and oh, it's just incredible. So guys, if any of you have creamy as your last meal with some oats, get on this, give this a try, and comment down below and let me know what you think. You can tell man is 2 weeks out when you're doing this sort of experimentation and you're taking this much joy in these small little things. But anyway, that is a full rest day, full day of eating for today, guys. I'm going to pop the total calories and macros for today up on the screen there now, just so you can see. I think it's like around 345-ish protein, 215-ish carb or something like that, and like 40 something fat. I could have that a little bit off, but it's roughly in and around that. And we're going to chill out now, and we're going to watch Halo. So don't know if any of you have ever played the Halo video games, but they've got a Halo series on Paramount at the moment. So we obviously, as you would have known from watching previous vlogs, we got Paramount just so we could watch the whole Transformers series. And Chloe's like, I'm after paying for a month of this anyway, so is there anything else we can watch on it? And I was like, throw on Halo. They've only done 2 seasons of it, and I don't actually think they're going to do another season of it. But honestly, it's really good. And I thought, this might be shit. It might be a little bit of a letdown, because normally when they make like video games into films or like books into films, sometimes they can be bad. But this has been a big thumbs up for me. And Chloe has got a hot chocolate here, the hot chocolate queen, second hot chocolate of the day. I've been giving Chloe a little bit of grief because you know, she is on like a 0 carb diet some days, but we're in for a coffee the weekend, and I was like, how many lattes, oat milk lattes do you have in a day? And she was like, 2.
Cut them out instead.
Have you? Because I called you out on it. You're having your arse cut out. You had one there this morning.
No, I did not. Check his robe.
Why did I come out and there was a cup? So without black coffee in it? Because Chloe, always leaves a little bit of drop of coffee in the cup. So obviously when the coffee is like a more milky colour, then I know. Yeah, you're caught. You see, there's no fucking flies on me. She can't get past me.
He's not listening to me again.
Come on, explain yourself. Almond milk latte, oat milk latte.
Almond milk is 17 calories for like 200 ml.
Almond milk latte, oat milk latte, same thing. Just drink a black coffee like a real woman. But anyway.
They're just miserable things. Nobody can tell me they sit down and enjoy black coffee. They can't.
I enjoy black coffee. Everyone enjoys black coffee. If you really actually enjoy coffee, then you'll only drink your coffee black. Okay? Real coffee people drink black coffees. They don't have coffee with sweetener. They don't have coffee with oat milk or any of that fucking shit. You just have coffee as it is, pure. And that's just the way it is. And nobody can tell me otherwise. And if you disagree, then you're not actually as much of a coffee snob as you think you are. So, there you go.
I disagree.
Chloe disagrees, but I'm always right. So, it is what it is. Now, I'm going to actually enjoy this meal because I've been looking forward to it. So,
we'll wrap this vlog up here, guys. Make sure to drop the video a like. Make sure to comment as well if you haven't already. I've been getting a lot more comments on the videos these days, guys, since I actually started to ask people to comment on the video. So nothing boosts the algorithm like another comment. So drop me a comment down below, and we will catch up with you in the next vlog, which I believe is going to be, I haven't decided yet, but we'll probably be in the gym. But I've got 2 gym videos coming for you that I've filmed with Gaz, so maybe it won't be in the gym, and I'll just keep these sort of, raw vlog style document and prep ones going. But before we know it, guys, it's going to be peak week vlogs. It's going to be show day vlogs. I probably only have 1, maybe 2 vlogs left in me before it's peak week. So buckle up, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on all the peak week bits. And it's getting close. 2 weeks out tomorrow. Let's get it.